How's guys? Welcome back to my channel. Let's go through Vuelta España 2026 Stage 4 video. Well, nobody saw that coming. Stage 3 never actually finished. A violent hailstorm hit the peloton just 15 kilometers from Fondromeo, and Pogačar himself ended up playing patron, leading them off the road into a hotel to shelter. Organisers cancelled the stage entirely. No winner, no time gaps, no GC impact. Pogačar remains in red exactly as before, though the points picked up before the storm did count. Wenzel took the Mountains jersey after winning the King of the Mountains sprint on the Col de Montlouis, and Ethan Hayter's early sprint points moved him into the green. Today the race stays put in Andorra, for a stage that's short on distance but absolutely loaded with climbing. 4 categorized climbs in a barely 100 kilometers, finishing downhill. This is the first day this Vuelta could generally blow apart. Quick one before we dive in. If you're following along for this whole Vuelta, hit subscribe. Let's get to 150 by Granada. Right, let's break it down. The route, just 104.8 kilometers, but this might be the most concentrated day of climbing in the entire race. It starts climbing immediately. The Port de Envalira, 25 kilometers at 5%, with ramps up to 11% in the final third. That followed by an equally long 25-kilometer descent before the Colada de Beixalís, only 6.7 kilometers, but averaging 8.5%, with the sections hitting 16%. There's barely any recovery before the Col de Ordino follows, 9.8 kilometers at 7.1%, crashing with over 24 kilometers left to race, most of it downhill. The final climb is the easiest of the 4, the Category 3 Alto de la Comella, before the technical 4-kilometer descent all the way to the finish line, back in Andorra la Vella. The first time the Vuelta history, this town has hosted both the start and the finish of the same stage. Why this stage matters? This is the first stage of the Vuelta that could genuinely reshape the general classification, not through one brutal summit finish, but through sheer accumulated density. 4 hard climbs with almost no flat road to recover on is exactly the kind of profile that exposes anyone who arrived even slightly undercooked. And the finish itself adds a real tactical wrinkle. Whoever crests the Alto de la Comella first has a genuine shot at the win, but only if they've got the nerve to hold their line on the technical 4-kilometer descent into town. With the stage too short and too hard for a breakaway to survive, expect this to be decided by the GC contenders themselves, and watch for a rider confident enough to attack early on that final climb, rather than waiting to be outsprinted at the line. What to watch for? Watch the Beixalís closely. 16% ramps after already descending the Envalira is exactly the kind of moment that can crack a rider who looked fine all morning. And keep a close eye on that final descent of the Comella. A stage decided by cornering nerve rather than pure legs is genuinely a rarity, and it could easily separate riders who are otherwise dead level on climbing ability. So that is stage 4, short, brutal, and genuinely capable of reshaping this entire Vuelta before we've even left Andorra. 3 days of Pogačar doing exactly what everyone expected. This is the first real test of whatever anyone can actually live with him. Luke Pro, ride slow. See you for stage 5. Cheers, guys.